My name is H.A. Goodman, and I'm an author, columnist, and journalist. To support this YouTube channel, go to my Patreon link below. This is breaking news, and it's pretty amazing. This is The Hill. So, I used to be a contributor at The Hill. The Hill's a very reputable publication. Assange meets U.S. Congressman, vows to prove Russia did not leak him documents. God bless Julian Assange. God bless Wikileaks. And they're heroes. And anyone who defends WikiLeaks is a hero in my book. Tim Black is a hero for many reasons. I love Tim Black, but anyone who Randy Credico, you can go on forever. You can go on forever in terms of the people who love Julian Assange. But my mind's in a blur right now because I can't believe what I'm reading, and it's pretty amazing. Assange meets U.S. Congressman, vows to prove Russia did not leak him documents. So, this is, it's like being in a dream, reading something that you, I guess, subconsciously hoped always would take place. Julian Assange told a U.S. Congressman on Tuesday he can prove the leaked Democratic Party documents he published during last year's election did not come from Russia and promised additional helpful information about the leaks in the near future. Of course, what comes to mind right now, the other heroes, Susie Dawson, Kim.com, definitely Elizabeth Voss of Disobedient Media, who broke the story at Disobedient Media with Adam Carter and with the Forensicator. Writers like Caitlin Johnstone, Zach Haller, Nico House, Jared Beck, Elizabeth Beck, Hard Bastard, Anomaly, Jamal Thomas. Why am I going on and on? Because these are some of the people who defend WikiLeaks and who have always tried to expose and who have exposed the Russian hacking as nonsense. But I'll continue reading. Representative Dana Rohrabacher, a California Republican who is friendly to Russia and chairs who is friendly to Russia. Okay, this is The Hill, so. So Representative Dana Rohrabacher, a California Republican who is friendly to Russia and chairs an important House subcommittee on Eurasia policy, became the first American congressman to meet with Assange during. So they have to say, I'm sorry, they have to add that line. He was friendly to Russia. He didn't sell 20% of U.S. uranium. I guess that's not being friendly. Became the first American congressman to meet with Assange during a 3-hour private gathering at the Ecuadorian embassy in London, where the WikiLeaks founder has been holed up for years. When I was an intern at the State Department in college, I listened to Dana Rohrabacher speak about Cuba and Castro, and it was a profanity-laced, very interesting speech, and it was awesome, but it was a lot of profanity. It was very interesting, but he's been around forever, and he is extremely courageous, and he has done something very heroic in meeting with Assange. Rohrabacher recounted his conversation with Assange to The Hill, quote, "Our 3-hour meeting covered a wide array of issues, including the WikiLeaks exposure of the DNC emails during the last year's presidential election." Rohrabacher said Julian emphatically stated the Russians were not involved in the hacking or disclosure of these emails. Pressed for more details on the source of the documents, Rohrabacher said he had information to share privately with President Trump. Quote, Julian also indicated that he is open to further discussion regarding specific information about the DNC email incident that is currently unknown to the public. So, President Trump has to, in my humble view, if anybody's watching this from, former advisor or whatever, who watches my YouTube channel, you go after the low-hanging fruit, Clinton emails. That's right there. She actually broke crimes. Publishers, journalists like WikiLeaks and Assange, that's a First Amendment issue. You're going to have the battle of all battles pertaining to the First Amendment. Even the Washington Post has defended Julian Assange on that. And you pardon Assange or you allow him to live his life in freedom. He deserves it. He's suffered enough for simply being a publisher. And the whole world reads what he publishes and writes about what he publishes. Julian also indicated that he is open to further discussion. Okay, U.S. intelligence, that's an oxymoron, has insisted it has solid proof, which it has not made public. So they're moderately confident. There was a critique in my channel. One of the comments said, "HA, why do you always say moderately confident? That's the line. Why do you repeat the line of the intelligence community, or community 3 intelligence agencies? Not 17. That's also fake news, the 17 part. But no, I'm actually repeating how ridiculous it is. It's ludicrous to say moderately confident. The NSA knows what kind of underwear you're wearing. They know everything. So they don't have, they're bluffing, they're lying. They don't have any proof. They don't have any evidence. James Clapper, no evidence. Dianne Feinstein, no evidence. Adam Schiff one day was very happy. He was very excited. He was proud of himself. He said, I have something in between circumstantial and direct evidence. He thought that was groundbreaking. Everyone laughed. That there's no evidence. They don't have any evidence because Russia didn't hack. We know from Elizabeth Voss in Disobedient Media and Adam Carter in The Forensicator that the Guccifer 2.0 is not only a fabricated thing, completely fabricated to muddy the waters and harm WikiLeaks and promote the Russian hacking myth, but the files were copied locally. Bill Binney stated that, NSA legend, former official at the NSA. Then you had intelligence officials, former intelligence officials saying the same thing. Russia didn't hack the DNC. We already knew that Clinton couldn't win and that she was dishonest. I wrote in 2015, I didn't, without the help of anyone but my own analysis, that Clinton could not win because of favorability ratings. I wrote that in The Hill, The Huffington Post, and Salon. I didn't need the fuzzy bear Russian hacking nonsense that they all made up. Anyway, Assange, so Russia would have hacked Clinton's private server with top secret special access program intelligence, which they did, which Defense Secretary Robert Gates stated that it's almost certain they did. The China and Russia also, a whole bunch of other countries. Assange has suggested in the past that Russia wasn't the source of his leaked information. Today marked the first time he engaged with a U.S. lawmaker. Assange has been living in the Ecuadorian embassy since 2012 after seeking diplomatic asylum. Okay. So then it goes. Rohrabacher's visit as a result is likely to be controversial with many of his colleagues. His colleagues they know what they can do to themselves if they don't like the visit. Julian passionately argued the case that WikiLeaks was vital to informing the public about controversial, though necessary, issues. He hoped that WikiLeaks, an award-winning journalistic operation, might be granted a seat in the White House press corps. That would be amazing. If you're progressive and you're saying, oh, no, actually, they would. Their thing is truth. They've already gone after Bush. They already went after Republicans. So that's their thing is truth. They publish the truth. The truth is a national security risk in our country. That should tell you something about our country. As a former newsman myself, I cannot see why they shouldn't be granted news status. Absolutely. Dana Rohrabacher is the man. Unbeknownst to me, I'm the first member of Congress to visit there with Mr. Assange. I can tell you right now, if you're in Congress, let's say you're a person in Congress watching this, or an aide to somebody in Congress, you want to get the youth vote, you want to get the vote of people who are tied with the establishment, you visit WikiLeaks or Julian Assange like right away. Schedule, and not only that, you'd be part of history. So, and you would win re-election just because of the prestige associated with meeting Assange and speaking to him to help debunk this ridiculous Russian hacking myth. So what do we have? So we have Clinton lost, Democratic Party in shambles. Now the Russian hacking myth is slowly getting dismantled. And now Julian Assange is going to prove once and for all that it is an absolute myth. The whole part of the Russian hacking nonsense is that the Russians gave Julian Assange, or gave the emails to WikiLeaks. because to hurt Hillary Clinton when the whole country knew that Clinton was already dishonest. We knew that. And the Russians never told James Comey to write the Comey letter, or Hillary Clinton to call black youth super predators or vote for the Iraq War, or tell a racist Mahatma Gandhi joke, or all the other things that she did that people found offensive and horrible. Give me your thoughts below. This is breaking news, and it's absolutely unbelievable. Give me your thoughts below. Thank you so much for listening. Share this segment everywhere.